As soon as the weather improved, people began looking for alternative modes of transportation, which is one of the reasons why there was a bike boom in Hungary in 2020. Spring bicycle sales increased by up to 35%, and the average statistic shows that up to 300,000 bicycles are sold there annually. So this project is obviously a good fit. The author of this project, a local design expert, offers a quiet and small bicycle with a 1 kilowatt powered motor. The three-wheel design is attractive and the bike is equipped with a 15 amp-hour battery, although you can also ride by pedaling. The author notes that he worked alone and that it took him 2 months just to collect the parts and materials, let alone build the project. But people in the comments are enthusiastic even about that. This skidder is here. This type of equipment is utilized for logging tasks like pulling and moving logs. This DIY device completes the task additionally because of its compact design. It is portable and occupies little room. It turns on a dime. Its creator, incidentally, is a jack of all trades. His website states that he has 5 patents and works on a range of projects, including industrial tools and a heating boiler. The Netherlands is where the makers of this handmade multicopter are attempting to rule the skies. These vehicles are quite promising given how far they've come from a prototype that resembled a frame with a plank in place of a seat, to a model that already resembles something close to a production vehicle. For instance, the US plans to introduce fully functional flying cabs in 2025, and China is actively testing passenger drones. This Dutch home-built model is obviously more modest, but it was literally assembled in a backyard and it works. The team also worked on the fuselage and planned to replace the manual controller with a fully functional dashboard. A local company has conducted about 1,000 test flights, reaching a speed of 81 miles per hour. 4 propellers were used instead of the original 16, which is sufficient for the unmanned version. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more juicy tech. How to simplify gardening? The trick is that the tractor has 2 PTO shafts, one of which is designed for adapters. Many users question the universality of this solution, particularly its effectiveness in dense soils, but it can be quickly converted into a plow, a tiller, a digger, and other tools. This project from Russia uses a 2-wheel tractor with rear-wheel drive, an auger, and an adapter. In order to make the adjustments, you just need the correct attachments. There is a fantastic project on the screen. Pavel Chilin, a Russian engineer, spent more than 10 years building a railroad and steam locomotive. He now has 1,148 feet of track, 7 switches, and a number of routes available. The railroad can be used for work and for fun, such as transporting materials for landscaping. The locomotive has a power of about 5 horsepower and can accelerate to about 15 miles per hour. With a 22 horsepower engine and original frame that can be easily supplemented with a tarp and a blade to get a snowplow, and 2 Polaris snowmobile tracks for off-road performance and maneuverability, this vehicle appears to be ready for production. The author enjoys fishing, so this tracked helper will undoubtedly be ideal. However, not everyone likes it. One commenter referred to the project as horribly unattractive. What do you think? As we continue on our journey, we arrive at the United States. Americans also enjoy building interesting things in their spare time, as evidenced by the Tennessee 12-year-old who built a functioning nuclear reactor at home and entered it into the Guinness Book of World Records. But here, we'd like to show you an unusual tracked vehicle that looks like a miniature tank. You should build a tracked ATV factory as soon as you finalize the design, advises a satisfied viewer. The author has an entire library of films on the subject on his channel. The following tractor has a V12 engine. It is located in Sweden, and given that the typical Swedish farm is 89 acres, there is obviously a lot of work to be done. According to the video's description, the diesel engine can produce more than 1,000 horsepower, and some reviews claim that it is a nearly 2,380 cubic inch combination V12 tank engine. Listen to how this huge engine sounds even while it is idle. Others joked in the comments that one reviewer should advise a cute little convertible for going to the beach. But we think it's best not to show such videos to environmentalists. This homemade vehicle easily navigates snow-covered fields and flattens a pile of mulch. It is also compact and obviously a lot of fun for its owner and his friends. I've seen many builds, and this one is definitely one of the most creative. It has a removable dozer blade like a bulldozer and tracks from an all-terrain vehicle designed for the Army. It was found at a very comfortable cabin. Next is a project that is exceptional for 3 reasons. First, the Hungarocopter is the first helicopter built and produced in Hungary. Second, it is a self-assembly kit. And third, its operating expenses are $25 less than those of its competitors. A movable fuel tank, an automatic anti-tip mechanism, and an electric rescue system are just a few of the highly unique solutions that the design features. There are variants with engines of 125 and 160 horsepower, and the propeller diameter is approximately 23 feet. There are also updated closed cockpit models that are currently 2-seater designs. The helicopter's current range is 280 miles or 2.5 hours. Its uses range from air medical services to leisure flights. Let's check out what Danish artisans are up to. One of the nation's major industries is mechanical engineering, which is worth mentioning. According to the description, this tracked Danish dump truck is one of the best examples of a nation with enough skilled individuals who are willing to create unique homemade products. One version of this marvel of engineering was created as part of an educational project, for which only 10 weeks were allotted, and it has no trouble climbing even a mountain of pallets. The team didn't have a clear plan like they did for the previous project, nor did they have a list of the components they used, both of which were requests made in the comments by those who wanted to buy the finished product. In keeping with the topic of super and hypercars, we should talk about the Bugatti Type 35 today. This model was originally produced from 1924 to 1931, and in 2008 it was listed as one of the most beautiful automobiles ever. According to The Telegraph, the author described his work as a homemade cycle car. It is equipped with an electric motor that produces 2.2 kilowatts and can accelerate to 22 miles per hour. Although historical cars are frequently very expensive, many enthusiasts find it easier and more cost-effective to create their own models, especially since they will be unique. This variant includes hybrid steering from Packard and Ford, an updated Packard engine with VW carburetors and a Chevrolet transmission. The wheels are 21 inches and the suspensions are created from trailer springs and canoe parts. Unfortunately, the Craftsman didn't receive much reaction despite the fact that it's a really cool creation. The most important thing, though, is the enjoyment of driving it. Watch the next video for more amazing tech.